Controversial no call at Arsenal vs. Newcastle United. The Premier League is no stranger to controversy, especially when it comes to decisions made on the pitch. The match between Arsenal and Newcastle United on a recent Sunday afternoon was a classic example, sparking debate and discussion among fans, pundits, and players alike. In a tightly contested game that ended with Arsenal emerging victorious at 2-1, a pivotal moment arose when Newcastle United was denied a penalty after a handball incident involving Arsenal's Gabriel. Despite the intervention of VAR.the, the referee chose not to award the penalty, leaving many bewildered and questioning the decision-making process. This news delves deep into the match's events, the implications of the penalty decision, and the broader context of officiating in the Premier League. The match unfolded with both teams displaying their attacking intent. Newcastle, buoyed by their home crowd, took the lead early in the first half with a goal from Nick Woltemade. Arsenal, however, responded well, demonstrating resilience and a commitment to attacking football. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric, with fans on both sides passionately supporting their teams. The pivotal moment came in the second half when Elanga, in a promising position, struck the ball towards goal. The shot, however, deflected off Gabriel's arm. In real time, it appeared to many that the ball made clear contact with the defender's hand. The Newcastle players immediately appealed for a penalty, and the referee, initially uncertain, decided to consult VAR. The VAR review sparked a heated debate. While many believed the contact warranted a penalty, the final decision was to uphold the referee's on-field call of no penalty. The shock and disbelief among Newcastle players were palpable, and the decision quickly became a talking point in post-match analysis. The introduction of VAR in the Premier League was intended to eliminate clear and obvious errors in officiating. The technology allows referees to review crucial moments in a match, such as goals, red card incidents, and penalties. However, the implementation of VAR has faced significant scrutiny and criticism since its inception. In the case of the Newcastle penalty appeal, the VAR team conducted a review of the incident. The key question was whether Gabriel's handball was clear and obvious. The interpretation of this phrase has been contentious, as it often leads to subjective judgments. Many believe that the threshold for what constitutes a clear and obvious error should be higher, especially in critical match situations. The immediate aftermath of the decision saw heated discussions on social media, with fans expressing their outrage. Many Newcastle supporters felt that the denial of the penalty was a significant injustice, especially considering the implications for their season. Players, too, voiced their frustration, with Elanga stating, "I felt it was a clear penalty, and it's disappointing that VAR didn't see it that way." The handball rule in football has evolved over the years, and its interpretation can vary. According to the current laws, a player is penalized for handball if they deliberately handle the ball or if the ball touches their hand or arm when it is in an unnatural position. The definition of unnatural position is often debated, leading to confusion among players, officials, and fans alike. In this particular incident, Gabriel's arm was raised, which many felt contributed to the perception that he had committed a handball. However, the referee and VAR officials determined that there was no clear intent to handle the ball, leading to the no penalty decision. This interpretation aligns with the often subjective nature of officiating in football. The controversy surrounding this incident raises questions about the consistency of officiating in the Premier League. Similar situations have unfolded in the past, resulting in varying outcomes based on the subjective interpretations of referees. This inconsistency can undermine the integrity of the competition, leading to frustrations among supporters and players alike. The denial of the penalty had a profound impact on the match's momentum. Newcastle, who had been pushing for an equalizer, found themselves demoralized by the decision. The psychological toll of such moments in high-stakes matches cannot be overstated. On the other hand, Arsenal, buoyed by their fortune, capitalized on the situation and managed to maintain their lead. In the wake of the no call, Newcastle's manager, Eddie Howe, made tactical adjustments to try and regain control of the match. He introduced fresh legs and altered the formation, aiming to exploit Arsenal's vulnerabilities. Despite their efforts, Newcastle struggled to create clear chances in the final minutes, reflecting the psychological impact of the penalty incident. As the final whistle blew, Arsenal celebrated their hard-fought victory, while Newcastle players were left to ponder what could have been. The post-match interviews highlighted the contrasting emotions, with Arsenal's players expressing joy and relief, while Newcastle's squad lamented the missed opportunity. Referees in the Premier League face immense pressure to make split-second decisions that can determine the outcome of a match. The scrutiny they undergo, especially in high-profile games, can lead to mistakes. The introduction of VAR was intended to alleviate some of this pressure, but instead, it has often added to the complexity of decision-making. While VAR has the potential to enhance the accuracy of officiating, its implementation has been met with resistance. Critics argue that the technology can disrupt the flow of the game and lead to confusion among players and fans. The Newcastle penalty incident is just one of many examples where VAR has failed to deliver a clear resolution, leading to frustration on all sides. The Premier League must address the ongoing issues surrounding officiating in VAR. Consistency in decision-making is paramount to maintaining the integrity of the competition. As fans continue to express their dissatisfaction with officiating standards, it is clear that changes need to be made to ensure that the game remains fair and enjoyable. In light of the controversy surrounding VAR, discussions about potential reforms are gaining traction. These may include clearer guidelines on handball interpretations, enhanced training for referees, and improved communication between on-field officials and the VAR team. The goal would be to create a more streamlined and transparent process that minimizes confusion. Engaging fans in discussions about officiating in VAR is essential. Clubs, the Premier League, and governing bodies should consider hosting forums or surveys to gather fan opinions and insights. This engagement can help bridge the gap between decision-makers and supporters, leading to a better understanding of the challenges faced by referees. The match between Arsenal and Newcastle United was not just a contest of skill and strategy, it was a microcosm of the broader issues surrounding officiating in the Premier League. The controversial no call on the penalty for handball against Gabriel has reignited discussions about the effectiveness of VAR and the need for consistency in decision-making. As the Premier League continues its season, it is crucial for all stakeholders, clubs, players, referees, and fans to engage in constructive conversations about the future of officiating. The aim should be to ensure that the beautiful game remains fair, competitive, and enjoyable for everyone involved. The controversy surrounding the Newcastle penalty incident is a reminder of the importance of clarity and consistency in officiating, as well as the need for ongoing improvement in the use of technology in football.